Cash Vault, how Donald Trump spent over $1 billion. Greetings everyone, welcome to our channel. You may like him or you may hate him. It doesn't matter because he is the president. We are talking about the ultimate billionaire, Mr. Donald Trump, the wealthiest president of the United States of all time. Have you ever wondered what he has done in his 40 years of his career to make this amount of money, and how he spent over $1 billion in such a short span of time? Let's have a look. President Donald Trump is worth over $3 billion, so he hardly has to watch his spending. The private jet, helicopters, Rolls-Royce, and the gold-class New York City penthouse prove that Mr. Trump spares literally no expense to have what he wants. The big business of the Trump Organization has created concern about how the president should manage his personal business life from becoming terribly entangled with presidential business. President Donald Trump became the third U.S. president. Trump made investments, bought high-end property, and even got himself into a bit of trouble both in the business and personal realms. From bankruptcies to hush money, the president knows how to work the system. Nevertheless, pinpointing how the now billionaire Donald Trump spends his billions isn't as cut and dry as you'd think. Trump's net worth is currently estimated to be $3.1 billion. It is down an estimated $400 million since he took office in January 2017, as reported by Forbes. It is quite essential to mention the net worth of his adult children, which is reported to be $150 to $300 million for Eric Trump, $200 million for Donald Trump Jr., and $600,000 for Tiffany Trump. Ivanka Trump, who runs her own business, has the largest net worth of all the children. She and her husband Jared Kushner are estimated to be worth up to $762 million, as reported by CNN in 2017, while citing financial documents released by the White House. To sum it up, this means the entire Trump family fortune could exceed an estimated $4 billion. From luxury penthouses and pricey schooling to high-end shopping and a full-on aviation fleet, here's how Trump and his family drop their millions and billions. The statistics of the Personnel Public Financial Disclosure Report of Donald Trump: he earned anywhere from $597,396,914 to $667,811,903 between 2016 and 2017. That's a lot of money in 1 year. Around $80 million of Trump's wealth comes from his brand businesses. This includes the Trump Hotel Management and Licensing business and Trump Product Licensing. In addition to this, $310 million of his net worth consists of cash and personal assets. $160 million is cash and liquid assets, to be exact. Seems like Donald Trump is fully loaded and secure. Everyone around the globe is dealing with the coronavirus pandemic, and so is Donald Trump. To approximate how much the coronavirus affected the president's fortune, we looked at changes in the price of stocks similar to each segment of his business. Commercial real estate was clearly down, with shares of several companies, including Boston Properties and Vornado Realty Trust, falling at an average of 37% from March 1, 2020 to March 18, 2020. Similar decreases dragged down the value of hospitality companies, apartment owners, and golf businesses. The bottom line is that a net worth valuation of $2.1 billion is calculated, which means a drop of $1 billion in less than 1 month. Let's look at some other things on which Trump likes to spend his money on. Before he became a president and was elected, Trump spent $66 million of his own money on his presidential campaign. Trump often traveled during his campaign using his huge aircraft fleet. He also bought a Boeing 727 for $8 million before, which he then replaced in 2010 with a Boeing 757 that he bought from the CEO of Microsoft, Paul Allen, for $100 million. The jet burns fuel at a rate of thousands of dollars per hour, as reported by New York Times. He also owns a Cessna jet, which has a price of $15.3 million new and had a resale value of $3.2 million back in 2016. Not not to forget his 3 Sikorsky helicopters. Pre-owned Sikorsky S-76s typically sell for $5 million to $7 million. This is excluding the estimated $750,000 Trump spent redoing the interior of his most recent purchase, which involved 24-karat gold-plated hardware. Altogether, Trump's 2 airplane, 3 helicopter fleet is currently valued at $32 million. Trump also has a soft side for luxury cars and whatnot. He owns a vintage Rolls-Royce Silver Cloud, a Rolls-Royce Phantom which starts at $500,000, a Maybach, a Ferrari, and a Mercedes-Benz 3600. He also bought Melania a $455,000 SLR McLaren. President Trump is absolutely aware of how to work the system, and that's exactly what happened throughout his campaign. Even though many candidates have worked to keep the campaign and personal business separate, Trump did just the opposite. As a candidate, he funneled as much of his campaign dollars back into his company's pockets as possible, from rent for his campaign offices to events at the Trump's facilities. The president wasn't going to miss an opportunity to boost his bottom line. Although Donald Trump was openly proud about telling about the plans to spend $100 million, President Trump ended up spending $66 million in order to campaign his way right into the Oval Office. In total, Trump raised $339 million for the 2016 election, but only spent $322 million. Fashion and class are some things our president surely endeavors. Trump is attracted towards Brioni suits, which range from $5,250 to $6,900. While the brand supplied him with suits during The Apprentice, he started paying for them during his campaign trail. Melania also has a taste for pricey fashion. She's been spotted wearing everything from a $2,095 Givenchy cape dress at the International Red Cross Ball to a $7,995 Monique Huillier sequined gown at the White House Historical Association dinner. Not only this, as she stepped out in a $52,000 Dolce & Gabbana jacket once, she also is a fan of more casual and affordable attire on several occasions, for example, Converse, which retail for less than $50. She never compromises on her looks, and Melania has her own makeup artist, Nicole Brill. The makeup artist once told Us Weekly about Melania's plans to make a glam room in the White House. She also has a hairstylist who makes house calls and travels with her. The 3 children lived in the $54 million penthouse in Trump Tower in New York before moving into the White House. Trump reportedly has said the penthouse is 33,000 square feet, but city records indicate that it's 10,996 square feet. The Trumps also have real estate in hot cities and islands like their private island home, Les Châteaux de Palmares, in St. Martin, worth $13 million. They also have a 39,000 square foot mansion in Bedford, New York called Seven Springs, worth $24 million today, and which is used as a weekend getaway with family. Then there are the 2 homes in Sterling, Virginia, worth a collective $1.5 million, and 3 Palm Beach homes worth a collective $25 million. Furthermore, more of Trump's wealth mainly is outside of his private real estate portfolio. Around $1.5 billion of Trump's net worth consists of his New York City real estate, where he owns 9 properties. The 6 properties Trump owns outside of New York City account for another $660 million. And then there's the $590 million he owns in golf courses and clubs from the US to Scotland and Ireland. That includes the $170 million Mar-a-Lago, a 17-acre estate in Palm Beach that Trump reportedly purchased for $10 million. It has 58 bedrooms, 33 bathrooms, 12 fireplaces, and 3 bomb shelters. There's debate on the extent of Trump's generosity towards welfare, but in 2009, he and Melania donated $5,000 to $9,999 to the Police Athletic League of New York City. He also donated $1 million of his own money to Hurricane Harvey relief in 2017. Ivana and Donald's very tumultuous and public divorce may not have wiped out Trump's bank account, but it certainly put a dent in it. Besides the $10 million settlement Ivana received, she also walked away with the couple's 45-room Greenwich, Connecticut mansion, an apartment in Trump Plaza, $300,000 a year in child support, and a whopping $350,000 of annual alimony. Did you know, in the wake of a slew of sexual harassment and assault allegations, President Trump has maintained the same denial pitch. However, Stephanie Clifford, whose stage name is Stormy Daniels, came forward to share with the world her sexual encounter with Donald Trump. Prior to the 2016 election, Daniels was allegedly paid $130,000 of hush money to keep her 2006 sexual encounter with Trump quiet. We can go on and on about how the president was successful in spending so much money in so little time, but the interesting part is he is still filthy rich. Now, if you were given a chance to spend this much money, how will you like to spend it? Let us know what you think in the comments section below. Still here? Here's a bonus fact for all of you. An average person in the United States can make $1.7 million in their lifetime. Meanwhile, Donald Trump entered the office with a net worth equivalent to what 1,823 people would make in their entire life. That's huge. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Also, hit the bell icon button so that you'll get a notification whenever we post a new video. Thank you for watching.